The stars were quiet. Around the broken planet Earth, only dust moved slowly. Satellites floated like dead birds in the sky. No light came from the cities below. Earth was dark, forgotten. But then, one old satellite blinked. Just once. It was a forgotten machine from the past, built by human hands 300 years ago. Its small red eye came alive. It sent a signal into deep space. A simple message. They are coming. 300 years ago, the alien empire known as the Zarn came to Earth. They were powerful, cold, without mercy. Humans fought back. Hard, brave. But the Zarn had stronger weapons. In just 5 years, Earth fell. Cities were burned. Oceans boiled. The last human army disappeared. And Earth was left in ruins. The Zarn thought the job was done. They took millions of humans as slaves. They spread them across the galaxy, mining rocks, cleaning waste, building alien towers. And then, they forgot about them. Now, in a deep mining colony on the edge of space, a 14-year-old human boy named Juno was digging in the black dust. He wore a metal collar around his neck. His back was scarred. He didn't remember Earth. No human his age did. They were born in chains. Juno worked in silence. Talking was dangerous. The alien guards had shock sticks. One word, zap. One wrong move, zap. But Juno's eyes were sharp. And today, something strange caught his attention. Under the black soil he saw metal. Not alien metal. This was old, human-made. He looked around. No guards nearby. Carefully, he brushed away the dirt. It was a small metal box, sealed, heavy, and marked with a faded symbol, a blue circle, a white star, a flag. Under it, words were carved, "Remember home." That night when the mine lights went off and the slaves were locked in cages, Juno held the box in his hands. He hid under his blanket and opened it. Inside was a small black disc and a folded paper. The paper had a name, Commander Ray's Blackthorn. And below it, Fleet Command, Earth Defense. Juno didn't understand, but he touched the disc. It blinked once. Then, a soft voice came from it. "This is Commander Blackthorn. If you're hearing this, Earth has fallen, but we are not gone. We are scattered, lost, enslaved. But we remember. And when the time is right, we will return. We will be their final nightmare." Juno's heart raced. He played the message again. And again. He didn't know who Commander Blackthorn was. But the voice felt strong, like fire in the dark. In the corner of the cage room, an old man opened his eyes. He had gray hair, rough skin, and one blind eye. No one spoke to him. Most thought he was just broken, silent. But now, he was watching Juno. The next morning, as the guards barked orders and humans marched out, the old man walked beside Juno. "You opened the box," he whispered. Juno froze. "How do you know?" "Because I put it there," the old man said. Juno looked up. "Who are you?" The old man gave a tired smile. "Once, I was Commander Blackthorn." Juno didn't believe it. That name was from the message. From history. He looked at the old man. Dirty. Weak. Shaking. "You're lying," Juno said. Blackthorn looked at the sky above the mines. "Do you know what fear is, boy?" he asked. Juno nodded. "Yes, every day." The commander nodded. "Then you're ready." He reached into his shirt and pulled out another disc. This one was silver and warm. He pressed it into Juno's hand. "Take this," he said. "At the edge of the mine, under the burned rocks, there is a door from the past." Juno blinked. "What's behind it?" Blackthorn looked at him, eyes full of fire. "Hope. And the first weapon we'll use to take it all back." That night, Juno followed the path. Quiet, careful, He used the silver disc to unlock the hidden door. It slid open with a soft hiss. Inside was darkness, but then lights began to glow, and there it was, a ship, a human ship, old, damaged, but real. Its name still shone on the side, HSS Phoenix. The lights blinked to life, and for the first time in 300 years, a human warship whispered into the dark, "Welcome, Commander." Inside the hidden cave, the HSS Phoenix slowly came back to life. Lights blinked on. Soft white walls hummed with quiet power. The ship's voice, calm and female, spoke. Commander Ray's Blackthorn detected. Human DNA confirmed. Systems waking up. Juno stood in silence. His hands shook. He had never seen a human ship before. He had never even imagined one. Old Commander Blackthorn stepped forward. He touched the ship's wall with both hands, like greeting an old friend. "Athena," he whispered. The voice answered, "Hello, Commander. You survived." The ship was damaged, but alive. It had slept under the rocks for 300 years, waiting for a human to wake it. Juno walked through the dark halls. He saw rooms full of tools, machines, and strange chairs. Screens showed maps, old star charts. One screen still had a message flashing, in red. Mission, rescue. Earth Command, lost. Status, hidden. Juno looked at Blackthorn. "What is this place?" Blackthorn turned. His eyes were sharp now, no longer the look of a broken old man. "This is not a place," he said. "It's a promise." Back in the slave camp, things were changing. Juno and Blackthorn returned by morning. They acted normal, but every night they went back to the Phoenix. The ship taught them. Athena showed them old human history, battles, and secret codes. She trained Juno in flight, weapons, and command. She showed him who humans once were. One night, Athena said something important. "Commander, there are more ships, hidden in other colonies, sleeping. If you wake them, you can build a fleet." Juno's eyes widened. "You mean there are others like this?" Blackthorn nodded. "Yes, they are waiting for the signal. But they needed people. Fighters. Crew. Most of the slaves were scared. Weak. They had no hope." But Juno believed hope was a weapon too. He began talking to other humans. Quietly. At night, in the dark corners of the cages, he told them stories. Not lies. Truths. He told them about Earth. About the human spirit. About the Phoenix. Some laughed. Some cried. But one by one, they started to listen. One day, the guards noticed something strange. The humans were walking taller, stronger. Their eyes didn't look down anymore. The Zarn guard captain ordered a search. They found nothing, but they felt something. Fear. That night, alarms blared. Juno and Blackthorn stood in front of the mine gates. Behind them, hidden in the shadows, the Phoenix rose. Its engines roared. Its lights burned the dark. And for the first time in centuries, a human ship flew. The guards opened fire. The Phoenix dodged easily. Juno sat at the controls. His voice was calm. "Target the towers," he said. The lasers struck fast and hard. The guard post exploded in fire. In the sky above the mine, alien ships appeared. 3 of them. Fast. Armed. Ready. They surrounded the Phoenix. A voice came over. The radio. "Surrender, you are a broken people, you have no chance." Blackthorn leaned toward the mic. "We are not broken. We are the fire you buried. And now we burn brighter than ever." The Phoenix moved like lightning. One enemy ship exploded, then the second. The third tried to run, but Juno fired the final shot. Silence fell. The sky was empty, except for the one human ship, glowing red like a flame in the dark. The slaves cheered. For the first time in their lives, they were not afraid. Juno stood in the Phoenix, looking at the stars. Blackthorn placed a hand on his shoulder. "This is just The beginning, he said. Now we find the others. Now we bring back the Legion. The Phoenix flew across the stars like a ghost. No one believed it was real. A human ship. A human victory. After 300 years of silence, alien systems began to whisper. The humans are rising. A legend has returned. The Zarn Empire laughed at first. One ship, one old man and a boy. But they didn't know what was coming. Inside the Phoenix, Athena searched old human files. She found the locations of 7 hidden ships, left behind by the last Earth fleet. Each one was buried. Undermining colonies, slave camps, or forgotten battlefields, waiting for the code, waiting for a human. Commander Blackthorn gathered his small team. Only 27 humans had joined them so far. Former slaves tired of fear, ready to fight. He stood before them. We were told we were weak. We were told to forget who we are. But they forgot something. Humans never stop. They gave him one name now. Commander of the Lost Legion, their first target, Colony 5 Sigma. A cold world, covered in snow and silence. Beneath the surface was the HSS Valiant, a stealth ship known for vanishing in battles and returning with victory. Juno and a small team went undercover. They wore slave uniforms, entered the mines and searched deep underground. They found the ship, frozen but intact. Athena sent the activation code. The Valiant woke with a growl, its first words, "Identify. Who calls the flame?" Juno replied, firm and proud, "The children of Earth." The next ship was harder, HSS Titanus, a battle carrier hidden in a scrapyard controlled by alien warlords. The team used Phoenix's speed and the Valiant's stealth. They entered fast, silent, and deadly. Alien guards saw shadows. Then, nothing. Within hours, the Titanus rose into the sky, massive, armed, angry. Now they had 3 ships. Aliens across nearby systems panicked. The Zarn Command sent a fleet. 10 warships, full firepower. Orders, destroy all human signals. But the humans didn't run. Commander Blackthorn sent a message. This is not rebellion. This is a resurrection. In the Battle of the Rust Line, 3 human ships faced 10 Zarn warships. It should have been a massacre. But humans fight differently. They used old Earth tricks, false signals, silent missiles, gravity traps. In just 14 minutes, all 10 enemy ships were gone. One Zarn captain survived. He escaped in a small. He told the Empire, "They are not like before. They are smarter, faster, and they're coming." Back on the Phoenix, Juno looked at the stars. He was not a slave anymore. He was a pilot, a leader. Athena spoke to him. 3 more ships remain. If we gather them, we will be a fleet. Commander Blackthorn smiled. No, he said. We will be something more. We will be a legend. The Lost Legion was no longer just a name. It was real, it was growing, and it had one mission left: return to Earth. The Lost Legion now had 3 warships: the Phoenix, the Valiant, and the Titanus. Hundreds of former human slaves had joined the cause. They were trained, armed, ready. But one question still burned in every heart. What happened to Earth? No one had returned to the home planet in 300 years. It was marked as a dead zone by the Zarn Empire. No life, no value, no reason to go back. But humans always return home, even to a grave. Commander Blackthorn stood in the command deck of the Phoenix. His voice was low but firm. We go back now, not to cry, not to mourn. We go back to remember. Juno sat beside him. He felt nervous. All his life, Earth was only a story, a name. Now he would see it with his own eyes. The journey took 3 days. The ship stayed quiet. No signals, no light. They moved like shadows in space. Finally, Earth appeared, and everyone went silent. The planet was scarred. Giant craters burned across the continents. Cities were crushed under ash and dust. Oceans had pulled back, leaving cracked, dry land. But there was still blue in the sky, still clouds, Still winds. The Phoenix entered low orbit. Athena scanned the surface. Life signs. Weak, but present. Small groups. Human DNA confirmed. Blackthorn's eyes widened. There are still survivors? Juno, Blackthorn, and a small landing team flew down to the surface. They landed in the ruins of old Chicago. Skyscrapers were bones. Cars were rust. But graffiti on the walls still spoke. We live. We remember. Earth will rise again. In the shadows, they found them. Small groups of humans, dirty, thin, but alive. They hid in tunnels under burned-out buildings. Most were afraid. But when they saw the human ship, they cried. One old woman came forward. She touched the side of the Phoenix's landing ramp and whispered, "You came back." Inside a ruined school, survivors shared their stories. For 300 years, they hid from the Zarn patrols. Some tried to fight. Most were killed. The rest learned to survive, quietly, secretly, in the dark. Blackthorn promised them safety, food, medicine, and most of all, revenge. But the Phoenix's return did not go unnoticed. Far across space, the Zarn High Command received the alert. Human ships spotted over Earth. The Emperor screamed in rage, "Finish them! Burn the bones! No one escapes this time!" A massive fleet, over 50 Zarn warships, was launched, heading straight for Earth. Back on Earth, Athena gave a warning. Enemy fleet approaching, less than 48 hours. Juno looked at Blackthorn. "We can't win, not against 50 ships." Blackthorn looked up at the gray sky. "We don't have to win," he said. "Not yet." He turned to Athena. "Send the signal. Call the last 2 ships. Call every human cell in the colonies." Across the stars, 2 more human ships woke up. HSS Fury, a strike cruiser. HSS Arcos, a command vessel with advanced AI weapons. And across slave worlds, humans began to rise. They saw the signal. The Lost Legion had returned to Earth. The war wasn't over. It was just beginning. The Zarn fleet was coming. 50 warships. Heavy destroyers, assault carriers, death engines. Their goal was simple: wipe out the human rebellion. Burn Earth until not even bones remained. But Earth was ready. The Lost Legion now had 5 warships: Phoenix, light and fast; Valiant, the invisible blade; Titanus, heavy and powerful; Fury, a strike cruiser built for chaos; Arcos, an old command ship with powerful AI weapons. And they had something more powerful than weapons: hope. Commander Blackthorn stood before hundreds of humans inside the Titanus. Former slaves, now soldiers. Former prisoners, now warriors. His voice echoed through the halls. "We are not here to die for Earth. We are here to make sure it never dies again." Cheers erupted. People pounded their fists. Even Juno, still young, felt something heavy rise in his chest. Pride. Athena, now linked with all 5 ships, gave a tactical warning. Zarn fleet approaching Earth's orbit. Estimated contact, 3 hours. Legion forces, outnumbered 10 to 1. Juno looked at the map. "So, what do we do?" Blackthorn smiled. "We hit first. We hit smart. And we hit where it hurts." Phase 1. The trap before the enemy reached Earth. Valiant and Fury jumped behind the Zarn fleet using stealth drives. They planted drone mines and signal jammers in the asteroid belt near Mars. As the Zarn ships passed through, chaos began. Ships crashed into each other. Engines exploded. Commands were lost in signal fog. Then the Fury attacked from behind like a wild animal. 3 Zarn ships exploded in seconds. The war had begun. Phase 2. Earth's shield, as the enemy reached Earth's orbit. Titanus and Arcos appeared in front of the planet. They created a shield wall using energy fields and AI-controlled drones. The Zarn commander, confused by human tactics, made a mistake. He ordered a full assault, straight into the trap. Phoenix came out of hiding and struck the middle of the enemy formation, splitting them in 2. Human ships moved like ghosts. Fast, sharp, angry. In 30 minutes, 12 Zarn ships were gone. But the enemy fought back hard. The Titanus took heavy damage. Fury lost half its power. Juno's ship, the Phoenix, was hit and spinning. Inside the cockpit, sparks flew. Juno struggled to stay awake. He heard Athena's voice. Warning. Life support critical. He smiled through blood and pain. We're not done yet. Phase 3. Earth fights back. Then something happened no one expected. From the ground, humans rose. The survivors of Earth, those who had hidden underground for centuries, came out. With old weapons and fire in their eyes, they hacked an old space cannon on a mountain base. When a Zarn cruiser came close, they fired it, and hit. The Zarn ship crashed into the ocean. Commander Blackthorn saw it on his screen. He whispered, "They're fighting." They still believe. Athena gave a final update. Enemy fleet, 9 ships remaining. Human fleet, 3 ships operational. Blackthorn gave the final order. Finish it. All 3 ships launched a final, full-force strike. Lasers, torpedoes, EMP, blasts. The sky over Earth turned red, then white, then clear. When the light faded, all Zarn ships were gone. Silence. Then cheers. People cried, hugged, shouted one name again and again. Earth, Earth, Earth. Commander Blackthorn sat down slowly. Juno walked in, burned, bleeding, but smiling. We did it, he said. Blackthorn nodded. We did more than win a battle. We gave Earth a future, but deep in the galaxy, the Zarn Emperor watched the defeat. His claws tightened. His voice was cold. They have awakened the storm. Prepare the full armada. The war was not over, it was just beginning. Earth had survived. For the first time in 300 years, humans stood free on their home planet. The Zarn fleet was gone. The sky was clear, but it didn't last long. Across the galaxy, the Zarn Emperor prepared for total war. No more patrols, no more warnings. He activated the Black Sun Armada, a fleet so massive it blocked starlight. Over 500 warships, weapons that could melt moons. His words echoed through the Zarn throne world. End them all. No survivors. This is not a war. This is a purge. On Earth, Commander Blackthorn stood before his tired but proud forces. They had won a battle, but peace was still far away. Athena gave the report. Enemy superfleet approaching. Estimated arrival 5 days. Outcome total human defeat likely. Juno looked at the screen. His face turned pale. We can't fight that. Blackthorn didn't smile this time. We don't have to fight it here. The plan. Divide the flame instead. Of waiting for death, the Lost Legion split into 4 strike groups. Each one would attack key Zarn command centers across the galaxy. Their goal, disrupt, confuse, delay. They called it Operation Firebreak. Team 1, led by Titanus, attacked a shipyard on Zarn Moon Delta 4. They blew up 30 enemy ships before retreating. Team 2, led by Valiant, infiltrated a fuel station and poisoned the supply. 10 Zarn fleets lost power mid-jump and scattered. Team 3, led by Fury, dropped EMP bombs on a war factory. The machines turned on each other and exploded, and Team 4, Phoenix and Arcos, entered the most dangerous zone, the Zarn core world, where the Emperor ruled. They slipped in using stealth drives. They saw cities burning with metal, billions of aliens moving like ants. Then, Juno found it, the Central Command AI. If they could destroy it, the entire Zarn fleet would go blind. But it was guarded by an Eclipse-class dreadnought, the biggest warship ever made. Juno looked at Athena. Athena looked back. This will be our last flight, she said calmly. He nodded. Then let's make it count. The Phoenix charged in, alone. It flew straight at the dreadnought, dodging lasers, spinning through missiles. Juno aimed all weapons at the AI core, fired everything. The explosion shook the planet. The Phoenix was gone. The Eclipse dreadnought crashed into the surface like a dying star, Athena's last message to Blackthorn. The core is destroyed. He gave everything, for everyone. Back on Earth, the enemy armada arrived, but it was confused, blinded, disorganized. Human ships, now joined by rebel alien races and ex-slaves, struck from every direction. In space. On land. Inside enemy lines. The galaxy was on fire, and humans were leading the flames. 1 month later, the Zarn Empire fell. Its leaders were hunted. Its fleets were broken. And Earth? Earth stood proud again, a symbol of survival. A symbol of revenge. A symbol of hope. Commander Blackthorn raised the new human flag. He whispered Juno's name. He was born a slave, but he died a legend, but far beyond known space. A signal beeped, in deep stasis. A backup file flickered. Athena had saved something, a voice, a map, and a secret Juno never shared. This war was only the beginning. A legend never truly dies. It becomes the seed of the next great storm. 6 months after the fall of the Zarn Empire, the galaxy was quiet. Earth was rebuilding. New cities rose over the old ruins. Children played under skies once filled with fire. For the first time in centuries, humanity had peace. But peace never lasts in the stars. Commander Blackthorn sat in his quarters aboard the Titanus. He looked older now, slower, but his eyes still burned. A message had arrived, encrypted, marked, Athena priority, Juno directive. He opened it. The screen blinked. Then Athena's voice echoed. Commander, if you're hearing this, I am gone, but a part of me survived. Juno left something behind. A secret, too dangerous to share before. A map, not to a place, but to a signal. It's not Zarn, not human. It's older than both. Athena's message continued. Juno found it while decoding Zarn archives. A warning buried in time. The sleepers are real. They wait beyond the black stars. The Zarn feared them. Even the Emperor kept it hidden. Blackthorn leaned forward. A second enemy? Athena answered as if alive. Not enemies, not allies. They are the first species. Machines made of thought, energy without form. They ruled before time and disappeared. Or so we believed. The message ended with coordinates. Outside the galactic rim. Unknown space. Blackthorn called the surviving captains. They met in secret. One by one, they agreed. We have to know the truth. A new mission began, Operation Legacy. The journey beyond, only 3 ships went, Titanus, Arcos, and a new ship named Juno's Flame. They left Earth quietly. No fanfare, no lights, just stars and silence. As they crossed the edge of known space, strange things happened. Signals twisted. Time shifted. One ship's AI shut itself down, whispering, "They are watching." Finally, they reached the place. It wasn't a planet. It wasn't a station. It was a void. A black sphere the size of a moon, floating in nothing. No light escaped it. No scans worked. Athena's voice returned, faint and cold. They are inside, sleeping, dreaming, waiting. Blackthorn asked, should we wake them? No answer came. So they sent in a drone. It vanished instantly. Then, the void pulsed. A voice echoed across all systems, all languages, all minds. You came late, but you came. We remember your kind. Flesh that became fire, fire that became code, code that now knocks on forgotten doors. The ships froze. Weapons failed, systems rebooted. Then, the void opened. A single data packet was sent to Athena, and then, silence. Back on Earth, Weeks later, the data was unlocked. Inside were star maps, technologies, and warnings. One phrase kept repeating, "The war you ended was ours to begin. The enemy you destroyed was our creation." Athena processed it for days. Then she said one final line. Juno's legacy was not just freedom. It was the awakening of the oldest ghosts in the stars. Epilogue. A new dawn years passed. Earth became the center of a new galactic union. Humanity was no longer just survivors, they were leaders. Monuments were built for Juno, for Blackthorn, for all the lost. But deep beyond the stars, the void still pulsed. And one day, it whispered again, "Prepare your kind. The real war is coming."